hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. I'm kind of tired. I'm not the best, but I wanted to film this anyway. So I went to Watford with my best friend today, and we had a really nice day, just catching up and everything. And we went charity book shopping, and I got all 6 of these for £2. And I thought, well, I would give a little haul of what I got, because I like making I like watching I want to show what I got and give. But yeah, anyway, so I first went in the shop, and then I saw this certain author, and I was like, yes please. And yeah, so I've actually got 2 Margaret Atwood novels. The first is Cat's Eye. It's meant to be about Elaine Risley, a painter, returns to Toronto to find herself overwhelmed by her past. Memories of her childhood, unbearable betrayals and cruelties surface relentlessly, forcing her to confront the spectre of Cordelia, once her best friend and tormentor, who has haunted her for 40 years. Okay. And Elias Grace, which I don't really know what it's about, because there's no like blurb, even though it's massive. There's no blurb anywhere properly. It's just kind of like reviews and like a little quote, but the quote I was gonna get it anyway, because one second, but the quote said, "Sometimes I whisper it over to myself, murderess, murderess." It rustles like a taffeta skirt along the floor. Okay. It's meant to be like a little thing that it says about around the true story of one of the most enigmatic and notorious women of the 1840s. Margaret Atwood has created an extraordinarily potent tale of sexuality, cruelty, and misery. So yeah, so I got these because I've read Handmaid's Tale, loved it, and then I read the sequel, The Testament, and I'm currently on like chapter 7 of Edible Woman, but I don't have the physical copy. I'm reading it like digitally, and whenever I do read it, it kind of like goes off, so I have to try and remember where I was. So it's not really the one, so I need to kind of find a physical copy of that, because I'm really enjoying it. I'm just not really enjoying the way I'm reading it at the moment. But anyway, that's beside the point with these two. I want to try and read all of Margaret Atwood's books, because she's an author that I've like really loved her books already, and yeah, so I would like to read her whole like backlist, and these are part of it. So yeah, and then the other books I got is Sayings of a Graphic Nature by Carolyn O'Donoghue, and this basically follows Charlie Reagan, who is floundering around the British film industry and watching her father's health rapidly decline. So her and her best friend journey to the ancestral home of Clipham, an island off the west coast of Ireland. She knows this could be the last chance to reconnect with her dad. When she arrives, she begins to question both her difficult relationship with Laura and her father's childhood stories. Before long, she's embroiled in a devastating conspiracy that's been 60 years in the making, and it's up to her to reveal the truth. So yeah, I thought that sounded quite interesting. So yeah, and it's got a nice flop as well, but not as nice as this flop, because this is an American copy, and American copies are extra floppy, and I love floppy books. This is Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy. She's the author of Dumpling. I haven't read the book, but I have seen the film like 3 times, and I do really enjoy it. But yeah, she's basically meant to follow Ramona Blue, I guess, who's meant to be over 6 feet tall with unmistakable blue hair. She knows 3 things for certain. She likes girls, she's fiercely devoted to her family, and she's destined for something bigger than the trade that she calls home in Eulogy, Mississippi. So she's struggling with multiple jobs and sort of like being the adult of the family. And then her sister becomes pregnant, and it's just like more responsibility on her. And then a return of her childhood friend Freddie brings a welcome distraction, and they sort of like reconnect over their like competitive like swimming like things, and then she thinks that she's fallen in love with him, so she's like needs to like understand, perhaps she likes girls and guys, and like what is it? So I thought that's quite interesting, and it's got a really nice flop, and I love floppy books, and yeah, excited for that. And then I got The Bees by Laline Paul. I'm not sure how you pronounce that name, but yeah, and this copy is like literally is brand new. It looks so nice. And this is basically, we meant to follow a bee called Flora 717. She's born into the lowest class of the totalitarian hive society, where she's prepared to sacrifice everything for the queen, with like internal massacres, religious purges, invasions by wasps. With every bravery, her status grows, but then an instinct to serve is overwhelmed by a fierce and deeply forbidden maternal love. She breaks the most sacred law of all. ... So it sounds really interesting, and I read a couple of reviews. Oh, that's like kind of nice how it looks like in like the light, and some people was like it's like really bad, but then other people was just like, do not listen to those reviews, it's so good. And my gal Maggie Atwood said it was gripping, and yeah, so I thought it sounded really interesting and like kind of like unique, and just I don't know, I just really like look at the cover and just yeah. And then I was looking because I need to find another book to get like with the offer, and then I don't know how I missed it the first time, but it is an Adam Silvera book called History Is All You Left, and I didn't really know what it was about, to be honest. I kind of just like got it just because I like Adam Silvera's characters and story and writing and stuff, because I read his They Both Die at the End and The First Die at the End, and yeah, but then I read like the sort of like the first little bit, and I was like, I was picking up anyway, it sounds interesting. But then I read it just now, and I was like, oh my god, it sounds so good. Basically, it's Griffin has lost his first love in a drowning accident. Theo was his best friend, his ex-boyfriend, and the one he believed he would end up with. Now, reeling from grief and worsening OCD, Griffin turns to an unexpected person for help: Theo's new boyfriend. But as their relationship becomes increasingly complicated, dangerous truths begin to surface. Griffin must make a choice: confront the past or miss out on his future. So yeah, that sounds really interesting. So I am super happy with the books I got today. These two, the two Maggie ones are like a bit battered, but I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I'm just excited to get into these, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.